even if you've seen A Christmas Carol, you probably haven't seen it like this. We're going to show you all the things that you don't get to see when you're sitting in that seat.
Mr. Scrooge!
There's no seat more than 50 feet away from the stage.
I love that.
So it gives it a great intimacy.
A Christmas Carol has been a holiday tradition at the Guthrie Theater for 37 years.
Even though it was written in 1843 and speaks of Victorian life in London, it means a lot to people all over the world because of, I think it's because of Scrooge and Scrooge's redemption.
There may not be a bad seat in the house, but there are some things you won't see even if you're really close to the stage, until now.
So, okay, I have to admit, I'm kind of eager to look in there. What's actually in there? Are there just...
Oh, in all of these shops, you will see various items that would have been for purchase in 1843. And as you can see, this is the milliners and the drapers, and all of these have been very carefully positioned and created so that the audience get a sense of what a shop would have been like at that time.
And
what
the
a store
detail.
would have been like. Yes, the detail is always, it's all about the detail in terms of particularly in our props department. It's so much about the detail because even though an audience only sees this through a frosted glass, the actors have to have a sense also that this is the world that they live in, so that when they come out on stage, they bring that world with them onto the stage.
It's not just the shops up front that get a lot of attention.
And then you have the grocery store up here.
Anything real?
Well, of course it's real. Everything's real.
Well, of course, yes. But nothing you might want to
Your
just actually
imagination
right now.
works
That's
works overtime when you see these. Yes, all of these, of course, are real.
Yes.
Yes, it's theater.
To make sure everything feels real, they enlist people like freelance prop artisan Dana Lumen. Her job is to give old things new life, in places like the pawn shop.
So a lot of these items are rescues from the land of unwanted toys, which is the prop warehouse.
Do you ever find yourself just doing too much? Because like you said, not everybody sees everything in here, and yet every little nook and cranny has something.
Yeah, sometimes when you're putting things together, I can get a little bit too detail oriented, and then I stop myself and think, no one's really ever going to see this. But when you're inside putting it together, it seems important.
Patricia Olive is the prop manager.
When you're sitting in the audience, I'm always curious, okay, what's up there? What's on the paper? So how do you choose what's on there?
Well, I think this desk in general is a great example of what prop people do. We talk about ephemera. We got online and found some actual receipts and invoices from the period of time that this play takes place, and we photoshopped it.
But that's just one thing Patricia was in charge of. She tends to wear a lot of hats.
There is woodworking involved here. We built this table from scratch, working with pneumatics to make everything fly up. This is electric, so we do electric work, we do antique shopping, we build books, we do upholstery. So just on this table, there's a wide variety of things that people in the prop shop do.
It's so much fun to work on this show because we have so many cool toys to play with.
Brian Crow is the stage crew supervisor. He says it took a total of 12,000 hours to build this set.
There's about 15,000 linear feet of tube steel in this set, about 3,000 feet of dimensional lumber, 500 sheets of plywood.
Wow.
It's quite an undertaking, and it's a beautiful set.
The set's window opens, and that's when the ghost of Christmas past comes in. The front door magically opens, and the safe handle moves before opening on its own. Everything is perfectly timed.
I think people don't realize how precise it all is to get the lights, the sound, the automation, the actors, and the special effects all happening together to give you that one moment on stage that can be effective, emotionally effective to the audience.
So it takes a lot of work, but it's worth it. It's worth it when you see the faces of the children, when you see people coming in who haven't been here before, who don't know the play and don't know the Guthrie, and see them just come alive with this particular piece. So that makes it all worthwhile.